The Invaders, number 2, number 3, out against J.D. McSlade and Tarras Bulba, the Mongolian. And Bulba, Slade make an imposing tag team combination. They'll be pitting their size and power against the tandem of the Invaders, number 2 and number 3, who certainly have the science and the speed. And joining me here at ringside once again, the editor of Main Event Magazine, along with numerous others, George Napolitano. And George, we were talking about these Invaders, and you mentioned 2 of the speediest wrestlers in the sport today.
That's right. Invader 2 and 3 are exceptional, but I wonder where Invader 1 is. When is he going to come back?
You know, that's they do switch around a little bit, and of course with 3 Samoans coming into the area, we mentioned that over about a year ago that the Invaders and the Samoans had locked horns before, and the best derived from it was a draw. So now instead of 4, there'll be 6. That could be an all-out war.
There would be some match here, ICW, the Invaders and the Samoans, 6 men.
Certainly would. Tarras Bulba is a pretty tough customer. He's almost as wide as he is tall, but a lot of power in that build.
You see, he is of Mongolian descent, isn't he?
Yes.
He reminds me of one of the Mongols from years back.
Yes, right. Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Beppo and Guido.
Right, right. A little trivia, right, George? McSlade with an elbow drops Invader number 2. And look at him come up out of that bridge. Beautiful move. Makes the tag to number 3. 3 has more size than the other 2. I guess you might call him the anchor. The 1 and 2 can dazzle their opponents with footwork and the aerial maneuvers, and number 3 comes in more or less like the bull, the power, the structure. And
that's what you need for a good tag team. That's what you need.
Right, right.
And a combination of many different things.
They have proved to be a good team over the years. The 3, and here again, you know, we're talking about resurgence and about trends, and it seems like 3s, not so much 6-man tag team wrestling, but teams of 3s. Have been prevalent in wrestling in the last few years. The Freebirds, as an example, right?
You might call them the trendsetters. I believe that they started the 6-man.
Right, right. I believe you're right. They've certainly made it more popular, I think, especially with the rock and rollers. Invader with a nice move. Tarras Bulba gets caught with that arm drag takedown, and Invader number 3 hooks the arm bar, makes the tag, and Tarras Bulba in a bit of trouble. George, you've been doing a lot of traveling, you've mentioned recently, and of course, you've seen all the top wrestlers around the country, and you know, Dory Funk, as we've talked about, certainly has to be figured of modern times, one of the very tops. Former world champion, currently the Universal champion. But the crown doesn't rest easy on that head when there's men like Angelo Mosca, David Schultz, the Samoans we mentioned, Tommy Kim, all are going to be appearing in ICW land very shortly.
Well, that's the problem a champion has. To be a good champion, he has to face many tough men.
It's a top gun, and there's always somebody there trying to shoot it out with him, right? Good move by Invader number 3. Look at him here with a hook and the roll. As he, no, a 2 count, and Bulba using his power and size. But you know, George, you can sit here and you'll watch a man like the Invader finesse a big man like Tarras Bulba and realize what a talent that takes. And more so than just to stand there toe-to-toe and slug it out with him. To use his own size and weight against the man to
take him down.
Yes, yes, exactly. The Invader throwing a good forearms. Invader's back in the driver's seat, shoots his man in. JD caught with that elbow. And there's the tag. And number 2 has this great leap from that top rope, George.
Here we go, that's it.
There, we're looking for it now. Look at him. Woo! Beautiful move. What more can I say? A 3 count. And with that flying dive, the Invaders put another tandem away, and they come up your winners. Invaders 2 and 3, your winners.